Hey everyone, outside today. It's a really nice day. It rained last night, so it's too nice to be inside. So I thought I would do a quick video just reading what I've been working on. I haven't done a video about my writing in a while, and someone prodded me to do so. So I think I'll do that, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So this is from my novella on Joan of Arc, and really how I'm writing it is basically very, very short chapters where I sort of put her into snapshots, and I'm taking artistic liberties with it. It's not something that is 100% historically accurate. I take, like I said, I imbue myself into it. So, but it still, follows the main points, and but I take some liberty with the dialogue, because so this is chapter 40, and you'll hear it's just a short chapter. It's called Modest Dissolve. The maid encounters Bishop Cachon. In my head I call him Bishop Douchebag because this guy is a total psychopath, but anyway, he's just out to get her, and so the maid encounters Bishop Cachon, Rouen, 21st February 1431. Okay. I am not my body, she said, upon waking at the first slant of sun. I feel fatigue, and indeed my blood flows, albeit drops of me evaporate into a separate sea, wherein my eyes are liquid, and my lids are shut by another's dream. No one knows me, she said. And yet it will begin this 8 a.m. This week, some women inspected me. They entered, and without request, they removed parts of me to see if I still carried this so-called purity, this indelible piety. I only offer what I believe, Jean recalled. Women of the church, they said, we hold no favorites. I have never killed anyone. God holds me within his hands, and yet I must admit I feel his grip is looser than before. But Archangel Michael has intervened. He has informed me that this is not so, and he reminded that I should not question God's command. Is that so? How do you know? I ascribe to a certain nobility, not because I am anyone particular, but rather I am under the nobility of God firsthand. Once again, I return to the tree, to marvel over the broken branch that leans into another. What does this even mean? Where goes the root from where it came? What these scholars do not know is that I am plagued with doubt. I question that which is sudden, unforeseen. But my voices, dear, I can assure they are real. My mission, all this remains unwavering. We lose ourselves when we begin to question. We must align ourselves with the angels. And yet, can it ever be so simple? We will lead you to the royal fortress, Jean was told. And on that morning, 8 a.m., she met Bishop Cachon, who stood among his many. Why do we cleanse our hands, he asked. So they are cleansed, Jean replied. Can you claim your soul is as delicately cleansed as your hands? Look at them. Upon lowering her eyes, Jean replied, my soul matches the toil my hands have undertaken. Be forced into chains, and you too will suffer just the same. She never hesitated in her speech. The maid's voice remained unwavering, as though her words were hers and hers alone. You speak nothing but blasphemy, the bishop said, and yet those dirty hands do match your soul so crudely. Tell me, can you chance your hand upon the Bible, God's holy book? She reached for the book and said, I do not know what your wishes are, Bishop, and nor am I aware of what you require. But I am certain there are things I cannot share with you, that I lack the freedom to disclose. Freedom, he rebuffed? Do you even know what freedom means? I know I am free to believe, but this restriction imposed upon me, these chains, I can assure that my body is not me, and that I cannot disclose any words that God himself has told me. Kneel to guarantee, the bishop instructed. I make no promises, she rebuked. My soul resides with God, and just as I place my hand upon God's holy book, he places his hand upon me. Once again, I order you to kneel to guarantee. I am not my hand, and his words are too pure for anyone's palm. Following, she kneeled and did the sign of the cross. We thrive within our entirety, she thought, genuflecting into our modest dissolve, this humanity. Once again, I return to the tree. Dear Lord, please do not forsake me. Okay, so that is chapter 40. It's a work in progress. I'll probably go back and I'll, do some switcheroos and tweak this and that. And so I'm condensing the dialogue and everything down to a core. And I took a lot of liberty with that dialogue. One of the things about the trial that's interesting is that she managed to frustrate her inquisitors, these like theologians and scholars, and she'd answer her questions in a very sort of almost like a word salad kind of way, like she was tricking them. And while the trial, you can follow that, you can watch the Dreyer film, you can also watch Dreyer's film is The Passion of Joan of Arc, and then you can watch Bresson's film, The Trial of Joan of Arc, and his film is actually quite a good film as well. It's only a little bit over an hour, but he really, again, condenses it down to its core. And I didn't want to just do, again, a retelling. I don't want to do that, because I'm not going to do something that other people have done. I know there's been so much written about her. I had to come up with my own way and my own approach. So each chapter begins with the location, the year. I give you a heading, what's happening. So you don't have to know squat about her to follow it. It's not one of these like, and then I distill it down to its essence, so I'm not going to be giving you all this endless detail, just, for no reason at all. So that is what I have. It is still a work in progress. I'm still working on the novella. It's taking me a long time because of the style, the highly poetized style, and also, I have to admit, it's rather fun to come up with, invent my own dialogue, what might have, some sort of kind of like these word salad exchanges, and that's where I'm taking some of the liberty and, making the work my own. So I just wanted to share that. I have my cats out here with me. I was worried they were going to knock over, but I thought maybe I'd share. Can you see? That's Dolce. Dolce, Dolce. Okay, Dolce. Oh, that's Dolce. She is a little miss, and she likes to sometimes climb the wire here. The screen couldn't keep the screen because she would. Oh, here's baby girl. Here's baby girl. This is Cabiria. Cabiria. Here's baby girl. There she is. And that is my little basil plant that I put down. And all I gotta do is keep it outside and water it, and so far so good. So that's what I have. Also, so just I know I have new subscribers, and I've had some people who have read my work, and they're like, I've had some people tell me they wanted me to do some more writing videos, and I'm definitely willing to do that. And I have to explain, I do enjoy videos on the Enneagram because it allows me to talk about human behavior and interactions and my observations within sort of a system and a context, and it's a way of talking about myself within a kind of guided way rather than just blabbing to death. And also, frankly, if all I did was talk about my writing, I probably only have about 10 subscribers, so that's why I do, a mix. So, other than that, I do think I'll come up with another Enneagram video very shortly. I just have to ponder it a little bit. But I thank you for listening, and I'll get back to my work in progress. So, have a pleasant Saturday.